What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful and beautiful and cool South Georgia. 50 degrees right now. It's like 37 when I started this morning. I am working on a project that I have done absolutely zero footage on. I thought, man, this is going to be multiple videos. I don't know. I get busy and I don't want to take time to record. So anyway, I'm fixing to show y'all what I've been working on the last few days. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. I don't know if I already said that or not, but it is the day after Thanksgiving, and Black Friday is what I'm doing on Black Friday. Would you look at there? So this shelter was only closed in. The metal just wrapped over the top. And so now we got doors, windows, garage door, which is what I'm working on today. And gotta put the metal trim on the corner. That's all I like on the outside. So anyway, I had to run back to the house because, well, I needed some coffee, man. You know, I ain't working without coffee. So I can tell that gonna be an echo in here. Age is setting in. You can feel it in my knees. So anyway, this is what we got. We got 5 of these 24 by 36 windows. Nice windows for a shop. You can see where I framed everything inside of here. I meant to put those on 2-foot center, and I got to framing up a wall, and what did I do? 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. Just lost my mind, man. Ended up framing this up on 16-inch centers, and had the heater going this morning. So anyway, it worked out good though, because he can put pegboard or something back here. He's going to turn this into a shop. So he's going to have a guy come wire it. And we did put the metal up in sections. He said he was fine with that because 35-foot sheet of metal is long, and you have to cut out around windows and doors and all that. So anyway, I'm working on the garage door right now. I had to kind of get creative on how to mount it. These tracks up here, and also secure it to the wall, but it seems to be secure now. I hope so. We're gonna find out, but I'm getting ready to put these ratchets on it, spring tensioners. I forget what they call these things right now. Ratchet bracket. They got another name for them too though. So anyway, I got to get them mounted, get this tightened up, make sure I got the cable down there. So anyway, that is what we're working on. So all I got to do is finish this door. Hopefully that's going to work out fine. And then put the corner trim on, which is right here. I'm going to put that on the outside of all 4 corners. And yeah, then we're going to be done with this project, man. Then he's going to have somebody come in and wire it. And then he's going to do spray foam. So it's going to be really nice. You can see right here where we started with the metal. We had to put 3 sheets of metal on. So see the different colors right up there. So we put 1, 2, and then a partial. And then the ends were completely open. So we had to do 5 sheets there. 5 on the other end. So anyway, it's gonna be nice. All right, there we go, man. Done deal. Corner trim on. Lock on over there. Have had a little bit of trouble with this seal right here. Not doing just right, but hopefully as it stays that way. It's kind of cold out too. I ain't the crazy, that seal I got, I'm not the craziest about it, but anyway, we're gonna let it. I told the customer if there's any trouble with it, what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll take some, look at all that dust that I got on it from blowing. I'll take some 3/4 inch or 1 inch. I'll get some that's already primed and I'll just trim that out. So what it is, it's got a bigger gap over here. For some reason, the door just favors this side, but everything's plumb, everything's square. I don't know, but anyway, she looks good. I've already got the check. He already paid me earlier today, but just trying to get done with it. And let me take me a picture here of it real quick before I forget about it. And that's it, man. See if I can get to the house without my tools falling out the back. Look at all this junk. That's what happens when you ain't got your trailer. So I gotta go home. It'll take me an hour get all this junk back where it goes. But anyway, let me get going. I'll check back with y'all. Man, you can tell it's almost Christmas every time you turn the radio on now. Christmas songs jamming. That's all good though. I love Christmas. Well, I'm glad to be done with that project. It's a good project. I enjoyed it. A few things took a little longer than, you know, well, projects like that always take longer. But now see, this is these kind of customers you want to work for. When it got done, he said, hey, just whatever you think is fair on the check. I did put an extra window in, and I charged for that. But all that bracing and stuff I did around the door, he said, well, charge for that now. But I had already figured, I already knew I was going to have to do something there. You know, and I just threw some material in for that. And anyway, time is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, time is money, but you know, I was satisfied with it. In other words, he knew I was having to do some extra stuff, so he was like, well, you know, if you need to add that, just add it to it. But I'd already figured in unknowns, kind of like the material. You know, you add a couple of $100 to it because you know on a project that size that, oh, I need some more 2x4s, or it's like the doggone screws for the siding. I spent, see, there was 30. I spent almost $100 on screws just for the metal. You know, now the way I do metal, I figure metal at X amount of foot, and it's worked pretty good for me, and that foot price I got on it covers the metal, the screws, the flashing, the trim, all that kind of stuff. I bought 3 pieces of trim the other day that was $60, you know. But you, again, maybe not all that, but most of that I got baked into the price of it. So anyway, it turned out pretty good. I don't really know, because I bought things from 4 different places for that project. I had a big order from Lowe's, had an order from Home Depot, bought a good bit of stuff from Ace Hardware, and also some things I ordered off of Amazon. You know, fasteners, that kind of thing. Nails for the nail gun, that kind of stuff. So I really don't know. My 2 big orders were Lowe's and the metal place. Make sure my box still back there. I ain't paying no attention. So, you know, that was probably close to, I don't know. That was between $2,500 and $3,000 probably just from those 2 places. And I made several trips to Ace. I bought all the lumber there, which the lumber really, you know, probably $400 or $500 in lumber maybe. But anyway, I think I came out pretty good. Then I had JT help me like a couple of days, not whole days. Z-Man helped me one day. So I'll have to sit down and figure out what I actually made for doing it. It ain't bad though. It's not bad. And it's right up the road from the house. But see all this stuff in the back of my truck, that's the bad problem with not having my trailer. Where you can just back it up there and work out of it. Now I'm gonna go through all this stuff in the shop, and then I'm gonna have to go through it again to sort it out, get everything where it goes. But I don't want to mess with all that today. Today I just want to get it unloaded. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I want to get to the house, watch some college football, just chill out really. So that's kind of my plan. Anyway, I think well, I'll get back on here and do a closing once I get the truck unloaded. The other thing that costs you time on projects like this, doing them the way I do them, you know, I have some partial days that I work, so anytime you kind of start up and then you shut back down, start back up, I mean, you lose your rhythm. I kind of always try to put my tools up at the end of the day. At least I left them there, but you know, kind of put them up in the shop, and then you got to drag everything back out, hook up all your cords. If I'd have had a guy help me, you know, like the whole time, I know I could have went there and done it for sure in 4 days, and probably would have had and that's 4 days, probably even would run around getting material and that kind of stuff. Especially had Lowe's did what they were supposed to. So they were supposed to deliver they were going to deliver all the building material, and the metal place I buy the metal from, they delivered the metal, which they did what they were supposed to do. So really, I went and had to go pick up wood, and I mean, I would have had to get some extra stuff, you know, stuff that not extra stuff I didn't figure in or whatever. But my neighbor got my trailer down here straightening up that pole for the zip line. But anyway, I got to drop his I got his big ladder back here. I don't have a 12-foot ladder, so I borrowed his big cord because I didn't have power that close, or I wasn't going to. The customer actually put me an outlet in close, so I ended up not having to run it as far. But anyway, let me get off here to unload this big ladder. All right. Anyway, anytime you don't just get on a project and stay on it, it's just more time consuming. Now, thankfully, this one right here was close to the house, but you know, if you were driving 20 minutes one way, you know, every day, every time you go, eats up almost another hour. So anyway, I'm glad that one's done. I hadn't heard anything back on the porch, which is fine. They wanted a price, so I gave them one. I really don't care anything about doing it. I mean, I will if they call, but it don't really make any difference to me. I do still have a set of cabinets to build, bookshelves and a desk, that Gabe and I are going to do together. And we were going to do that this week, and I was going to wait and do this later. But I'm glad I went ahead and got this project out the way, and we'll figure out what we're going to do on the others. You know, work on them on Friday and Saturday or something. I don't know. It'll take a couple of weeks though. So anyway, let me go ahead and shut this video out here. Hey, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. And my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him.